Hi everybody! Sorry for the late start. Accidentally had my stream up and the other I had my stream up in the browser because I was copying the 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 URL and I heard my voice and it scared me. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. What are we playing tonight? Is that more Final Fantasy, A Realm Reborn? Yes, it is. But where were we? We finished Crystal Tower. We defeated Leviathan. And then do not pay attention to any of my weird alts. Now we're here. Doing I think we got some antics with Yugiri coming up. I keep saying it's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure we're finally gonna start seeing the beginning of the Crystal Braves, which is the event that finally makes Alphino realize he's doesn't know everything like he thinks he does. Oh right, we came here too. Yeah, let's do a quick. Let's do the scratchers. I think last time I got... Did I get all three or just two? Maybe 16? Just 72. Could potentially get 23, which I didn't. Yeah, it looks like this one just didn't have a lot of good choices. Nine. One. 19? Oh yeah, that's like the worst you can get. Woof. I spent all my luck the last time we were in here, y'all. Look at the blanks. Well. You know. We can't win them all, I guess. Alright, what do we do now? Yuri wants to... Yuri met the fraternity... Oh, right! We have to introduce Yuri to the Thieves Guild. Let's go to the fishing points. Down to the Fisherman's Guild. The fairy skipping. What? Wait. Why are you all the way over there? Where are you? I think I was going the right way. You should be. Oh, this is where we meet the dancers. Ah, the inconspicuous man. Got business with me, venture? So you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shit-eating grin. But with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner that Mirwood says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I tip my fedora to you. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. Ah, you're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so, you have developed techniques suited for this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of the shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come us, you Gary do what's it? You Gary do what's it? We can get acquainted and more privates around. That ain't come out right. Lady Arista, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to be imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Smiles. Look at this motherfucker. Elegy Edelegy. Maelstrom. Yugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and much more has occurred since I... Oh. I'm assuming a very long period of time is supposed to have taken place. Ooh, I just got off work. Suffice to say, I did not envisage being invited to play part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I need to fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Will we meet again, Warrior of Light? Oh, that just gets us moving again. Rising stones, huh? Hug butt. Look at this guy. Oh my god, look at this guy. One interesting hairdo and just one. That is a man that will explode at a moment's notice with just a flurry of fists, a fury of them even. Let's see where we're going now. We do still have to meet. Yeah, we haven't even met Moanbreeder yet. Or Creel. Oh gosh, ARR is so long.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form.
Like an action.
Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's
the way she
soul.
said glove.
But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time.
I've actually forgotten a lot of this stuff.
For the
It's been a
however,
long
what
time
matters is
since
that
I
the key
first
to
played through
defeating
this,
the Ascians may at
and
last
I've
be
not
within
really
sight.
gone through it since.
With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
I'm also scarfing down dinner.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend.
Is Artemis?
Is Artemis?
Is Artemis? Cat is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
Oh, I don't remember that.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
Pardon me. I muted, but I saw my PNG tuber still react for some reason, so I was scared it went through.
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
Preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Oh, look at this guy.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Me.
Revolution.
Hmm. Revolution. A little bastard. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on which is within our power to change. Good lord, pardon me. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. Second. Dear, got a bit too much clutter. I am so sorry, Cat. Give me just a couple moments. I will be... Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, sorry. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all's not well in its Wellswood. Our latest readings reveal ongoing... Oh my god, we gotta go back out there and beat Grandpa again. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation and... Oh no, what have I done? My nail clippers fell on the floor and somehow I just disassembled them with my toes. I have no idea how I just did that. Silly, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ulda this time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. Here we go. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in 7th heaven waiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Cecilia, you don't feel well that we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. The world will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Suits can talk. Well, time to tell a bunch of refugees to go home. Go home, country's full. Ugh. Let's see how many people are out here ready to beat me down when I tell them we don't have enough for them. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Benfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, be praised. It is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task, and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off scraps of Volta for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not that would sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us. They climbed on our backs. That sounds about right. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's position for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And it is with great regret I must deny your request. Please. Again. You turn your back on us! If I might have a word. Top is Artemis? Tataru is Artemis? Ill tidings from Ulda, milady. Alphino has been wounded. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we just gonna... What's next? Who else is gonna get hurt or die? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Milady. We are not once to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. We know that's not the case. Come on. Come on, chat. There's very nice people on both sides. Bullshit. Fucking right. Time to go find Alphino. Thank you. Do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Arista. So, all at once, the students of Baldesian, their kaput, their headquarters is Gonzo. Done. Vanished. Destroyed. Refugees, we cannot take you in because we do not have the right resources. Crafting their hopes and dreams. Alphino, attacked. Okay. And then finally, we got Grandpa Thunder showing back up in the goddamn woods. Oops. A lot at once. Everywhere, all at once. Oh. Green. A lawn blazer. Where is he? Oh, quicksand. Should just... whatever. This is what happens when you trust anyone who's got a stake in the game as much as the absurdly wealthy do. Oh, Alphino. You seem fine. What the fuck?
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Bleeds out the mouth.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Mm.
Ul'dah is a nation infamous
Ul'dah.
for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost. And some would say the only measure of a man's worth.
Money's money.
Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity?
Good question.
Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
Hey, Bori.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Oh gosh, it's almost like someone has been plotting this. Alright. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would inevitably occur with the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Yeah, no shit. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Rauban has to say on the matter. Rauban! General Rauban! Time to run all the way back. Would have made more sense if he just was over here to start with at the quest, but no. We'll have him over there, so we have to run over there, and then we have to have a quest where we come running all the way back. Wait, where are you, Brabon? Oh, there you are. Now is not a good time, Arista. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Gotta execute them all, sorry. That's the rules. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, you back on your feet already? You make I would do that voice more, but it made me have to cough. Goddamn. Pardon me. You may credit my swift recovery to your Chichurgeon. Chichurgeons. I've never been Chirurgeons? Chirurgeons. Sure. We'll go with that. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city. God damn it. My he starts to talk. He starts to read his text, and for some reason my body's like, "Oh, we're gonna cough again." Did you not want to cough? Well, you're gonna. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They're damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed several refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tension between Oldon citizenry and refugee population has increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that not motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not a single guild to spend? Who could survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would have sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Christ, Robon, come on. Very well. My point, General, is that the powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion. And now order must be restored. That is my first duty. See you, kid. Bye. Shoves him like. Just shoves him. Walks away. I don't have time to discuss this. My scouts are returning soon. And there he goes. Yeah. Hey, kid. The general's no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been most outspoken proponents for refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have more faith in your abilities, to that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlement suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at the request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I meanwhile shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Or Ripped. Yeah, just tell me where. That, thank you. A little impatient of me. I should have done that. Impatient, and then I take the longest way out. Let us march ahead. Let's go ahead and go on out. Let's head on straight. Where are we heading? That way. You can fly higher no more. Don't you even dare try. This big cactus. Big cactus. What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Oh, you mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them. Oh, we ain't got them. Most of the people of Lost Hopes have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return. I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest idea of what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. Let's go find Zazawaka. Ah, it's Zazawaka. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon? You're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bids you to speak to me, then I'll take it that you've agreed to help. I'll be praised for that, because we haven't had a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed? It's not a childish fantasy, folks. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Not that one of our idealists has returned. However, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you'll understand why. Yonder tent? Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized he is by the bloodshed he witnessed. Over yonder. Try as I might, I can't make sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Over yonder. Yet I've no doubt that the merchants will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Oh, let's look at this poor guy. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. We gotta soothe him. Calm down! Just like staying in between the two raptors. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give us, you must take, he said. When we asked how... When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited, he split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and God's the other group. They're all out there. If we don't stop them, they'll get massacred like mine was. I don't know. What am I wearing? 90? Gloom. What am I? Strength, vitality, determination, and skill speed is not what we need. It is what we're gonna take. Ugh, big stretch. Hey, Behemoth, welcome. Thank you for coming. Terrified refugee. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody soul swords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Of course they did. Stretch after the quest complete. Oh, very yawny tonight. I apologize. I've been forced to stay later now at work, which means the commute is far worse on the way home. Ooh. Big stretch, okay. Apologies, y'all. I was just checking my phone for something. See where they are. The other group. Oh. Oh, wait. Where is this? Oh, there's cave. Oh, and there's only one left. They found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lass, but there's more than willing to kill you ourselves. Two of them. I was like, really? Wait, why are we killing them? We could just like knock them out. No, why are we doing this? Come on now. Listen, knocking them out is still better than killing them. Yeah, I killed all your friends, buddy. How do you feel about that? You beat them like they were nothing. What does that mean? Did I not kill them? Or are they dead? Are they just down? It's so vague. I mean, I feel like a murderer. Did you find my brother? What of the twins? What happened? Well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them take a beating. Oh, okay, I just beat them. They get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Yeah, he probably did. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's no stopping him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in the pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Yeah, I can show him how to stop. You know, in the best way I know how. Violence. Stone's Throw. Stone's Throw. Oh, way down there. Okay. Ooh. How's everyone doing tonight? On a Monday night. Enjoying some computer game times. Stop right there, criminals, John. You have broken the law. Give them a bribe. Thank you, kind sir. Uh-oh. Have you seen my parents? Sorry, kid. I knocked the shit out of them. They told me to stay here with the others. That they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ulda. The man said they were gonna change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I liked it when he said the words. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, I got scared. Well, sounds like something I know. That's currently happening. Or happened. Let's find that merchant. Me, the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Oh, there he is. Let's get him. Oh, there, that's him. Get him. Which of these gullible fools will be my next victim? Yes, hello. I'm James Villain, and I'm here to do crime. I mean, hello. I'm here to withdraw from the bank. You. He's running. Time to get him. Go get him. Yeah. Let's get him. Get the rich man.
Bastard.
Bastard. Hey, Justin Pritt. Thanks for the follow. playing Final Fantasy XIV MSQ. We're still in A Realm Reborn. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition, treason, revolution! That's preposterous! Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. This man is a cartoon character of a villain, and yet he exists in real life. Currently. I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of memory, let's say I did do the things you claimed. Surely you don't think I give a kick her interest about politics. It was business, only business. Yes, yeah. Uh-oh. He's got his bow. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear to tell you everything. Oh, he's dead. Like, right now. Yep, there he goes. You can't just say, I'll tell you everything without immediately dying. 7 health. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. How do you know I didn't do it? I could have just taken that arrow and just shoved it through his chest. Your character absolutely saw that arrow coming and could have stopped it. Yeah, I think she could have. Miss Arista Augustine could have swiped that katana across and knocked that arrow out of the sky. Old adventurer, I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. Dude, we need to figure out why. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Simon. He watched the arrow fly, tracked it the whole way. You know, it's like when you see your cat pop up onto the counter and next to a glass, and you're like, the cat's gonna knock that glass off the table, and yet you don't move, and you just watch them as they slowly turn to the glass, start gently pawing at the glass, and then eventually knock it off, and it shatters, and you go, "Oh, why would you do this?" You could have stopped it. Hall of Flames. Let's see. I'm an idiot. It's this way. I wish I could use my chocobo here. Commander Swift. Where's the merchant? Dead. 7th. Damn it all, to the 7th hell. 7th hell. He was... Now I'm just thinking about a show called 7th Hell about a priest in the Satanic Church who is just doing his best to raise his family in the best way he knows how. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Where am I? Oh no, where are we? The flame terminal left word that you were to proceed to the fragrant chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of your own investigation. Master Albino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. You may proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Royal Promenade. Speak to Bartholomew J. Simpson. Of wool. Gosh, chat, I've been growing my hair out now for about a year and a half, and it's long enough that I can put it back into like an actual ponytail like my Sona's. But at the same time, I'm kind of getting tired of it. Like, my neck is hot. Like, it's such a weird thing to be angry about. Hot neck. He got that hot
Commander
neck.
Swift has kept us
Oh.
apprised of your recent activities.
Commander Taylor Swift.
You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs to make any more jokes.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
Next to the armpit? Yeah, unfortunately, you know, unless I just hold my arms up the entire time, my armpits are always gonna be a
This
hot
information
spot.
does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
They're not wrong.
Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
Yeah? I mean, that's called, you know, that's... I feel like the brass blades should have all been, just,
We assumed
you
at
know,
first
removed
that the attack was
from
born of a miscommunication. When emotions run
normal
high,
life
they
and thrown in jail.
But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Taleji Adeleji.
Of course he is.
Teleji
The
Adeleji?
Alphino! Of course it's Teleji Adeleji! Why would he be helping you, you stupid dummy?
But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
It's called plotting. It's called a master scheme, Alphino. Thought you were
Know
smart.
you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
It's literally a battlefield. It's where one of the PvP battlefields are.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare
This is
ancient
literally the
Allagan
battle. This is
ruins,
literally the
of
PvP
which no record
battlefield.
existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
How would that even work?
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And
Oh, shit.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
What the rich do. That's what they always do.
he walks a path
They
all
also
his own,
always grin like that.
independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation
I like
Bill
this guy
is
up
the
here, just
only
like,
viable
"Ah."
solution.
Listen, he's got his lipstick on, his eyeshadow is just perfect, and he is ready to exchange hands with these Alamegans who all have swords.
His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Oh. I didn't realize we brought up Omega this early.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
So, there's a weird thing about Nail Van Darnus. They always refer to Nail as him when... don't know if they do it in the Japanese text too, but Nail is a woman.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses.
I like don't understand what
and
the
now you
point
tell me there is another such
is
weapon,
of calling him he over
one
and
which
over.
could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut.
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Carlians did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Ulda.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Alright, Alpha, now what you got? You got... Okay, that'll be an upgrade. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet, the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. It's always one man's lust for power! Alphino, all the time! How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Mega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Corporal Augustine. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Begone, well, this is no place for children. God, it's a child. They're crying. You fucking asshole. Sorry, kid. Your parents are dead. I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. Yeah, I know her. Duh. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? No one was with him. They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Hey, Alphino. There you go. Of course. But first I must finish speaking with my friend. Won't somebody please think of the children? You're telling me a secret, you see. No one else is allowed to listen. Maybe you could wait for me by the pillar over there? We require but a moment. I'll be waiting. Alphino just looks back at me. Her parents are dead. A legion of Kurlans, an Aether-starved primal, Even dealing with an Ashen would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I feel Menphilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and on ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Oh, here we go. Arista, this is Menphilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the 12's Wood has taken a turn for the worse. I'll explain in detail when you arrive. The 12's Wood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of XIV activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Arista. You know as well as I that the appearance of primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that I am grateful for her concern. She needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Wait, what? Re-edit. Okay. Let's go. Wait, where are we heading? Oh yeah, Rising Stones. Sorry, chat. Got sleepy brain from a long work day. You know, I know how to hit a button, but that little bit there would make you think I've never seen one in my life. Here we go. Hi, Pete Skate Gem, welcome! Dance, 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 gotta dance. Playing some more Final Fantasy 14. Clearly the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready, I will summon them now. Yeah, get them in here. Ain't got all fucking day. What was I doing? Ah, amazing. Very good picture. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business then, I have received some most disturbing news. The Order of the Twin Adder... Oh, from the Order of the Twin Adder, they have reason to believe the Sylphs may have called forth their revered Guardian. The Primal Rama. I'm sorry, may have? Then it's not for certain? Well, they've seen a big guy with a beard, and he's just kind of walking around. The Elder Seeds here informs us that the elementals themselves murmur, the Lord of Levens returned to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact need not contradict that the elemental's testimony. Unlike his... oh my gosh. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Rama is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. Yeah. Once again, this is the cat jumping up on the counter, slowly pawing at a glass and knocking it off. You just stare at it, the cat do it, and then you go, "Hey, stop that." I told Pepalumo, I suppose I could have reported things to Pamphylia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around their territory. They already summoned Rama once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as the Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Edie and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. It is like that the Sylphs perceived this and panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put to mind of Titan and the kobolds once again. It is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what the manner of place Eorzea would be without civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this is regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Rista, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, so you once succeeded in preventing the untimely conflict with Gridania. Might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Rama can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. Oh, that'd be cool. It won't happen, but it would be cool. A fond hope, were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. Let us continue the discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most afflicted by Rama's presence. And the student's like, y'all, I've just been here the entire time. Elder Seed Seer has requested your personal involvement. Rissa, good lord. Pray report to Commander Hulo, I don't know how you pronounce that, at Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. Do yourself further worse, while for a peaceful resolution in this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Cool. Oh, alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it early because I cannot stop. I cannot stop yawning. And I'm crazy tired for some reason. I had a long day at work. But I'm still wanting to make sure I stream today. Yeah, I've got the big eepers for sure. Who can I... If no one I really feel comfortable rating. I guess we'll go ahead and call it here, chat. I will be back Wednesday. Hopefully with a bit more energy. Time to swim down to Swamp. Time to just like relax and sink in. My head just sticking up out of the water and vibing, waiting for, I don't know, a pizza to fall into my mouth. Okay, y'all. Y'all have a lovely evening. Good night.